Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Sailing Mist. In this episode there is going to be more shenanigans doing bits and bobs on the boat. It seems that every turn we take, Mist decides that she wants to do something else, so I don't know what we're going to end up doing, but I'm sure we'll learn as we go and hopefully you'll learn with us. Enjoy. So I have got no idea how long the anchor chain or warp is on the boat, so we're going to have a look at that now. Actually, I don't even know whether it's anchor chain or warp. I'm sure in the cruising we did last year I was told, because I wasn't on the bow, that it was chain and warp. But we'll have a look and we'll see if we can measure it.
We're driving cars on a Mars tonight. We're blasting off to the stars tonight. We wanna go, go. We wanna go, go.
30 metres of warp, 6 metres of chain. 36, if my math does serve me correctly. What are you up to Tuesday?
Painting an anchor.
You doing a what?
Painting an anchor.
Speak up, love!
Painting an anchor.
Don't think she was calling me horrible names. I think she said she was painting an anchor.
I don't think professional painters are in any danger.
Okay, so we've had the keel inspector along and he has inspected the keel. Early prognosis is we don't think we've got a problem. Huzzah! So what we're going to do now is give this a bit of a fill-in, prep her up. All the keel bolts seem okay, everything else looks alright, so we're going to prep her up, bog this in a little bit and get it filled and faired, ready for anti-fouling. And then the last thing that we can check is when she's in the slings ready to be launched, is give the keel a wiggle, and if the keel moves and the boat doesn't, we have an issue. Hopefully when the keel moves, the boat moves, and then life is golden. I'm not going to try and do all this one in one hit, just because it's pretty deep. We're going to build it up layer by layer, just to make sure it cures nicely. The engine's basically done, we just need to service it, but I think that'll be one of the last things that we do before we pop her in the water. But Madam Tuesday, who you saw earlier on camera, has done an amazing job of sorting out the painting. Check her out. Engine, black painted engine mounts with the new shiny engine mounts, proudly on display. So out here, that gracious behind you can see behind me is Harry removing our lifebuoy holder, I guess you call it. Reason for this is we're going to try and mount it lower down on the transom. The thought is that if we're doing short or double-handed sailing, cruising, racing, whatever you want to do, then if we have it lower down, there's a chance that if one of us falls off, and we might, if we just hove the boat to in time, to be able to grab it make life easier for ourselves, give ourselves a slightly easier chance of getting recovered. I don't know if we're doing the right thing or not. I've got no idea if we're doing the right thing or not. But I don't know if anyone else has done anything similar, any sort of man overboard, or should it be person overboard these days, any other sort of person overboard recovery systems of where they've placed their life rings and things. Let us know, comment below. We could be doing totally the wrong thing. Right, so that was the start of attempting to service the Blakes Seacocks. Everything's a bit tight on this boat, with every boat I'm sure, but first time we've done it. So that was the first bit, get access, and now we'll try and crack on. Finally. Okay, so now we've managed to successfully negotiate the Seacock out of its house. This is what it looks like for those of you that haven't seen before. It's like a conical tapered thingy with a hole. Presumably when you twist this hole it lines up and allows the water to come in. I don't know, I'm clutching at straws, but I reckon that's a fairly good guess. So I don't know if you can see on here, this is the corrosion-y stuff. It's all corroded in here, and where we've not used these too much, actually we haven't used them at all last season, they've bound in place. So the next thing we're going to do is get some grinding paste on them. This has got fine at one end, coarse at the other. I think we're going to go with fine. And we're literally just going to pop some of this on and move it around and try to bed it in a bit gentler, get rid of some of the cack off of it, clean it up, put some Seacock grease on it and put it back in. Let's see how we get on. So here we're just popping on the grinding paste. This is valve grinding paste. Not too much because we don't want to grind the life out of the things, but just enough so that it has some effect when we pop her back in and we work her back and forwards. Now the theory in here is we just want to keep our hands on the top to apply the pressure, and then move the valve around so that it grinds. We don't want to be giving an unequal application of force so that it loads up one side. I'm trying to hold my thumb on top to apply the pressure and then just work the valve backwards and forwards so that the grinding paste is cutting into everything and giving us a fresher surface. That is all we're trying to do. I probably should have removed this pipe so I can go all the way around, but I have to be honest, my attention to detail is not the best. Okay, so that's what it looks like. You saw the before and that's what it looks like after. I should probably carry on and get rid of some of this, and my instinct is not to bother because I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. But for you guys, I'm going to give it another go. Please appreciate that I've never done this before in my life. But hey, it's a boat. What could possibly go wrong on a fitting that's going through the hull and stopping water coming in? It's a lot cleaner. I'm a lot happier than that. We've still got these darker bits here, which probably means I should do something else. But in true me style, I'm not going to. We're just going to clean up in the valve body, pop some grease in, and then we'll put these back together. Bit too tight in the other Seacock to show you exactly what we're up to now, but fortunately for us there's another Seacock that needs doing. Here's our Seacock that we cleaned up. And here we have some cock grease, some seacock grease, if you will. Gunky, Blakes Seacock, we're going to use what we need. So in theory in here, we're going to get a bit of this out and gunk it up. I really don't know how much you should put on, but I'm kind of thinking that it's going to be sat in the water and we don't want this stuff happening again. Pop this back in the hole. Nice. Bit of a blob of grease on each bolt. The theory is now we're going to do these up until we've got the handle operating where we want it to, and then we're going to do the backing nuts up. In theory, these should be 15mm spanners, but they're proving a little tight, to be fair. That's quite tight in its operation, so we're going to back that up a bit. That's not too bad. So we're going to get those to the required amount of tension, and then with these ones on the back, that's going to lock everything in place. As you've probably seen from the amount of hands in here, this is not the easiest job. Okay, if you're going to undertake this task, I can assure you it's a damn sight harder than you think it's going to be. Nonetheless, we've found it. Top tip, if they're super old, it looks like 5/8 I think is what we use rather than the 15mm. But have a butcher's, they're in, they're done. Seacock, nice and tight with a decent amount, a little bit of resistance in there, but that is spotty, dog. Okay, so that's it. They're all nipped up nice and tight. We're not going to sink. Bosh. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Sailing Mist. I hope you enjoyed what you see. Please remember to like and subscribe down below. Don't forget to click the bell, ding, and you'll get noticed. No, you won't. You'll get notified whenever we do another one of these debacles of videos. Many thanks, guys. Have fun. Peace out.